Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching another video. Oh, we got a great one for you tonight. We're going to be having a look at this awesome rifle scope from Monstrum. This is the Banshee. And as always, guys, if at the ending of the video you want to purchase the Banshee and help support the channel, make sure you check out the link in the description below because we do get a commission when you purchase this item. And before getting started, just want to thank the good folks out at Monstrum for sending me the scope to review. Let's get started. So the first question a lot of you are asking yourselves right now is, who is Monstrum? How can we trust them? Are they a legitimate company? I know I hadn't heard of them, but this past year at SHOT Show 2023, that's where I found them. Now here's their booth number, and they were out there showing what they got against companies like Sig Sauer, Lpvo, Vortex, Zeiss. They're out there competing against the big guys. And just to let you know how big SHOT Show is, how ridiculously massive it is. So here is just one of the floors. All right, one of the floors, one of the halls. All of this, the Monstrum booth is right there. I know you can't see it, but they're in the middle of all this craziness. This is legitimately the largest gun show in North America. It might be the largest gun show in the world. And they were out there competing against the big dogs. Alright, let's have a quick look at some of the specs here on the box, and the reason I want to point these out is you're going to find that a lot of these specs are in line with what most of the major name brands that you might be more familiar with offer. For example, lifetime warranty. Vortex has a lifetime warranty. Most of them have some type of 1-6x24 option, 30mm tube. You got half-click MOAs. Mostly everybody has a half-click MOA adjustments. Also, it doesn't say on the box here, but this is a second focal plane scope. Alright, let's crack it open here. And just like the outside packaging, the inside packaging is also very nice. Now, I did take out the plastic, but everything is packed away and neatly organized. You got the scope, and they even give you a mount. So, like, if you don't have any of this, you can just install this onto your rifle, get to the range, and onto the shooting. Let's have a closer look at the scope. And, of course, in the box, you're going to get some installation gear, lens cloth, extra 2032 battery. Lifetime guarantee. And I don't know if you caught it, but the Banshee does come in a couple of different options. So there's a 1-6, 1-8, and 1-10. For most people shooting out to 100 yards, though, the 1-6 is going to be fine. Alright, let's get the Banshee on the scale so you get a better idea for how much weight you're going to be adding on to your rifle. Overall weight coming in at 1 pound, 1.8 ounces. And in case you're wondering how heavy that is, well, that weighs almost as much as a 16-ounce bottle of water. Alright, let me get you guys an overall length measurement with the caps installed from tip to tip. Just about 11 inches. Alright, this is a 30mm tube. You're going to see different measurements out there, like 1 inch, maybe even up to 34mm. But this is a sweet spot right here. Let's have a look at these lens caps. Pretty decent. Right, this is a 24mm objective lens. And just to give you an idea for the tube size and the objective lens size, I'm going to grab this quarter and just show you the difference in diameter between the lens and a quarter. Almost perfect fit. Alright, let's turn it around and have a look at the eyepiece. That is probably about 10, 20, 30, maybe 35mm back here. And I'll bring the quarter back in just to give you a reference on that as well. There you go. Alright, let's have a closer look at these turrets. First thing you're going to notice is this aggressive knurling. Very easy to grip onto. Same thing for the illumination dial. Really aggressive there. You have both green and red options available. 5 different brightness settings. This is your battery door here. Takes 2032 batteries. Alright, so here's your elevation adjustment. On the right side will be your windage. Let's unscrew it. Just in case you're wondering how big that is. Here, let me bring this quarter back in. Just to give you size reference. So a little bit larger than a quarter. Let's have a look at the elevation turret. Alright. See your adjustments here. There should be a dot right back here. That's going to help you keep track of how many clicks to the left or the right you're going to be doing. Left is going to be up, right is going to be down. Let's have a listen to these clicks. Very solid. No slop in that. And just in case it loses its zero, there's an adjustment screw on here so you can kind of reset it. But that feels real nice. It's a nice setup. Alright, let's have a quick look at the illumination. So this is the green setting, dialed up all the way up to 5. That one is really bright, guys. A lot brighter than the red itself. Alright, let me turn the red on for you here. Okay, that's dialed up all the way to 5. Yeah, you can kind of see it. But the green definitely is more visible. Now, my general advice for using this is, look, you're going to forget to turn this off, or maybe you think it's off, but it's on 1. Just have a whole bunch of extra batteries on hand, so when you go to the range, you're not disappointed. Alright, we're going to roll the scope over underneath here, and we can see the scope is waterproof, fog-proof, and shockproof. Now, there is no ANSI rating on the box itself to let us know how good the waterproofing and shockproofing is. But just in general, even when I buy a product with any type of ANSI rating, I treat it with care because I want it to last as long as it possibly can. So I would treat this like a water-resistant scope and try not to bang it around too much. Let me go back to this fog proofing really quick here because I just want to bring up the point that most manufacturers, such as Vortex, will use a gas like nitrogen to purge all of the air out of the scope itself. And what that does is it reduces the chance of moisture getting caught up in the tube, so you won't get internal lens fogging, and also reduces the risk of mold forming. So the fact that there's nitrogen trapped in this tube means that it is waterproofed. Alright, let's have a look at your throw lever. Remember, this is a 1 to 6 variable scope. Very easy for your thumb to grab onto. Nice knurling, very smooth, just enough resistance. Alright, the next thing I want to cover is the diopter and how to use this because it is very important and it is different on a variable scope than a fixed scope. So you want to make sure you're looking at something like a white wall, make sure you're on 1 magnification, and make sure when you focus this in that you're focusing in on the reticle, not an object. You want to make sure you get a crisp view of the reticle first. Let's have a look at this beautiful green lens coating. Right, Monstrum says that these are fully multi-coated lenses, which is the highest level of coating that you can have. 10 different layers on here. And you can see what a great job it's doing of letting light through here, because that right there is the light from my camera, and there's another light right here. It's not reflecting back into the camera, which means that it's letting light through, which is one of the things that lens coatings are supposed to do. The second is it's supposed to help align color, so when you're looking through the lens, you don't see any weird coloring around the edges of your target, which we're going to have a look at. Alright, before having a look at the demonstration video, I just want to show you what the reticle is going to look like. This box is going to be black. And remember, we do have 2 illuminations. And remember, we are dealing with a second focal plane scope, meaning the image is going to get bigger and smaller, but the reticle is going to stay the same size. So what I recommend everybody doing until you get comfortable with the scope itself is just use the center dot as a way to figure out where you have to hold over, because there might be some magnifications where these hash marks are not calibrated to whatever the magnification is. So until you can figure that out, just use the center dot here to figure out your holdover. And you're going to see too that the eye relief on here is so awesome. It's about 2.5, 3 inches. It's so comfortable just to put your face in the back of the scope and look straight through the scope. Let's have a look at the video. Alright, just to give you guys a size reference for the size of the target that we're going to be looking at through the scope. So here's a ruler. The inside black ring is about 1 foot. Let's have a look. Alright, final thoughts on the Monstrum Banshee. There is a lot to love at this price point, and it's got a lot in common with the major name brands. In fact, a lot of those guys are not going to give you a lifetime warranty, and I can guarantee you a lot of them are not going to give you a scope mount so you can go out and start shooting right away. I can't tell you what a convenience that is, not have to look for a scope mount or get one off another rifle or go out and buy one. So they're going to give you those two things. And of course, you have things like a nitrogen purge tube, fully multi-coated lenses, a great eye relief so you don't have to smash your eyeball right into the back of the lens when you're shooting, dual illuminated reticles, and of course, you have all of the proofs here. You got waterproof, fog-proof, and shock-proof. Now, the only two things I wish were a little bit better is I wish the red illumination was as bright as the green. And for whatever reason, this rear lens cap, it flips open, but not without having to hold it down. For whatever reason, it just kind of flaps out there. The forward one, the front one, is absolutely fine, but these are not deal breakers. If you're looking for a great budget scope, this might be a great option for you. Well, alright guys, this is the ending of the video. Remember, if you want to purchase this scope, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.